All right, guys. So I don't do many face-to-face interviews when it comes to crypto. Actually, I think this would be the first video interview I do face-to-face. And then what triggered me to do it is first, I loved the music as a kid.
Thanks,
But
bro.
more importantly is the meeting we had
Easily
yesterday. You
175
came to the set in
$200,000.
LA of Killer Whales, the Shark Tank show. You rocked up there. I'm like, all right, cool. All right. That's nice. And then we connected from the producer. And then you were in Dubai. You were landing in Dubai, and I just landed. And let's meet. And we end up catching up. And the discussion we had was very different to what I expected. Like my expectation was like, hey, it's gonna be a quick meeting. How do we make money in crypto? There's nothing wrong with it. I think a lot of people are here for making money. But then it ended up being a very different conversation, which we're gonna dig into now. And I'm gonna kick it off before getting into all the drama you're facing with the Jason coin, which you've already discussed in a few spaces. Is you've been in crypto for a while, longer than most watching this. I think since 2017 you made your first investment.
Yeah, 2016 actually. Got in really early. Heard all the stories about buying a pizza with a Bitcoin and uh, crazy things like that. And I was just like, so every couple of years, like it just goes up. So yeah, I got in 2016. I put in a bit. Started to progressively put more and more in. Got my family on board. Had my mom
Your mom
buying
is cool.
Bitcoin and my dad buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and so it started really early. On a surface level.
Your dad knows how to use a wallet now.
My dad knows how to use it. You know what? I wouldn't say that he knows exactly how to do it. I think I would have to take him through it again. But at least he's seen it. I think it takes you a couple times.
What was your strategy in 2016, 2017? Was it just deploying capital, investing? Because did you start backing projects publicly then? Any ICOs?
Yeah, I did a little something. I would, tweet, not tweet. I would like post on my Instagram like my stories, and I'll be like, Bitcoin to 1 million, just like little simple stuff.
Any
Here and there.
projects? Because I know you did a lot in 2020. We'll get into 2020, 2021. But in 2017, was there any sponsored posts by projects, or that came in later?
Oh, that came in later. That was a bit later. Oh, you said 2021?
Yeah, the NFT hype, the last
Yes.
cycle.
Yes, 2021. It was that was the time period. It was like a little bit into the pandemic, and NFTs were going crazy. Everybody had some sort of project.
But you didn't do any in 2017. No sponsors back then.
No, 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 no. I don't think NFTs were even a thing.
No, no, no,
in,
no.
in
But you didn't do any
2017.
coins. There were a few coins. I know your partner Ray, which we'll talk about in a bit as well. You had a podcast with him too.
Yeah.
He obviously launched a project. Infamously, got a whole Netflix documentary on him.
Yes, yes.
You can probably say the story better than us, better than me. But so back then you didn't back any coins, yeah?
No, no,
Okay.
no, no. I was just very surface level, just kind of getting into the game and just getting my feet wet. And then I started to learn more and started to get into deeper projects like XRP,
Sure.
which I still hold, by the way.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I started to learn more just by being in the scene on a surface level. I never really dug in to like experience what Twitter is like now. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole new world for me.
Yeah.
Being actually in the space.
And
Because
Telegram as well.
Telegram. Oh my God. Telegram has changed my life.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
Since I had Telegram, I ain't get no sleep, man. I don't know if you hear it in my voice.
You've got Telegram, you've got the chat as well now as well.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, before we get to that, so in 2017, when did you meet Ray? And we'll talk about him a bit.
I met Ray. Excuse my dates, because I don't remember exactly, but it has to be in that general area, like I would say 2017, 2018. It was in a casino. I was, I would go to the Hard Rock all the time. And being from Miami, like that's like the spot. Everybody that goes to gamble, they go to the Hard Rock. Anyway, so I go to sit down, and the uh, the umpire is kind of like, no, 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 you can't sit here. This is reserved. And I was like, well, damn. All right, cool. And they're sitting Ray, and he's like, it's Jason Derulo'S. He's good. right? And I'm
Fuck.
like, damn, who is this dude? So anyway, I have a seat. He's betting crazy amounts of money, and I'm just like, damn, like who is this guy? Like, doing $50,000 hands or whatnot. And then later on, I find out that he's into crypto, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, instant buddy. So he starts to give me like crypto information and starts to help me out with the things that he thought that I should be buying. But really like uh, the institutional ones, the ones that the big ones.
Yeah.
So we got to be a little closer, as time progressed. We would go out from time to time, and he never told me exactly what he was doing. He never allowed me into the dark world that he was in. I just thought that he had this amazing crypto thing that he was doing, but he never let me in. I'm like, dog, like you got to let me. Like, how do I get in? Like, how do I, because I didn't know exactly what he was doing. I just knew that he was making a lot of money. But he never led me close to anything that he was doing, and for that, I really respect him. He never led me astray.
And when did you find out? So he was behind an ICO back in 2017, Centratech. I got it written down somewhere. And Centratech, yeah. And that imploded. He got investigated. There's a whole documentary on it. When did you find out about this? And maybe you can tell us more about what he launched, what the story is. Because you did like an hour and a half podcast with him. So you got his side of the story as well.
I did. And for the first time as well. Like I dug in deep with him, with the audience. That was like my first time really hearing the entire story. So what was the question?
What did he do? So what do you know about Centratech? And did you find out about it when you met him? When did you know about the dark side of what he did?
So I found out really when he started to get investigated, because he started to tell me, yo, I'm being investigated. You probably don't want to be around me.
What year was that?
Testing me with the dates.
But it was a couple. It was.
But it was not long after I met him. It definitely wasn't long. I mean, I feel like it had to be 2018.
All right. Yeah, when
that's
the
like
market
my best-
imploded. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my best guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, he started to get investigated. He was like, Brad, like you don't want to be in my general vicinity. And he's kind of like, I'm probably gonna be fine, but like just let some time pass. So I didn't see him for a while, and then all of a sudden I started to see the news and see what
He went to
actually
jail
happened
for a
to him.
couple. He could have. He was facing a few years in jail.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a slap on the wrist. If I'm being honest, like for what they actually did, it was just a slap on the wrist. I mean, I think he was in jail for like a week or something like that.
Yeah.
And then probation.
Well, how did he get out of it? Did he have to?
He didn't really get out of it, really.
That's all he faced.
Yeah.
Wasn't he an informant, or I got it wrong?
Oh yeah. You're
Shit,
totally
I thought
right.
so. Yeah, from the podcast. I remember. Yeah.
Right.
I heard bits and pieces
Yes,
of the
yes,
podcast.
yes,
I didn't
yes.
have time to listen to it.
Yes, he was an informant, and he basically told what the partner was doing and everything. So yeah, he got
That's
out
why
of
he
it.
got a slap.
Yes, you're right.
So
You're
you
right.
said you invested in XRP, you still hold a bunch of it. So congrats.
Thank you.
What would
Why are
you
you
say?
saying congrats? Is it up right now?
I'm guessing so, man. You bought it in 2017. Actually, shit.
Oh no.
2017. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a long
No,
time.
it went like whoop.
And then went back down. So I don't know what it's
Yeah.
at now.
So-
But what do you? So what do you say are your biggest holdings now?
My biggest are Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
Playing it safe.
Yeah,
Any
my-
Solana?
My third is Solana.
XRP is down in that list.
XRP is down in the list. Yeah, for sure.
And then why do you still have your CryptoPunk, by the way?
I don't. I actually sold it about 7 months ago.
Do we know? Is it public who the buyer is? Who owns the Jason Derulo'S CryptoPunk?
I don't know.
It's got a lot of brand equity to it.
Do you think that
I still have mine, man.
Yeah, you do?
I do. I look at it as I'm not saying you did the wrong decision. It could go down even further. But I think it's down more now than it was 7 months ago. 7 months? No, it's about the same. But I like that it is one of those. It's the first. Like it's the first 10,000 PFP, and I think NFTs will have their time again, whether it's now or in next cycle. And they're the first. I think the power of being the first, it's like an exclusive club. I still believe that exclusivity is there. I don't think they'll go down the path of apes. Did you buy any apes?
I didn't. I was close.
All right, cool. We're lucky
Yeah,
because
because
they obviously don't.
yeah, I was like, I was gonna buy an 8, but I was like, man, I'm just so late. I feel like I'm buying like
In
really
the
late
last
at the
bull market,
top.
yeah.
Yeah, and thankfully I didn't get
Yeah.
in.
But why did you get into crypto? And then I want to dig into your strategy. So I'm kind of going through the path of you got into it in 2016. You met Ray, kind of got you deeper into that world.
For sure.
You never invested in any ICOs back then. It was more the top tier coins.
Top tier.
Yeah. And then you went more degen in 2020, 2021, like kind of started promoting projects and partnering with more projects. But what was your, so how can you tell us?
I never partnered with any projects.
What was your, so let's dig into it directly. Let's not talk about your strategy or why you got into crypto and all that. Let's talk about your strategy in 2020, 2021. So I was speaking to others in the space and you had an approach that's similar to mine. So there's someone that manages my Twitter account and they reach out to projects they like. Hey, let's jump on a call. And then the sales team jumps on a call and I'm pretty transparent about it. So I didn't know you had a similar strategy. It could be wrong. But did someone use your account to reach out to projects you wanted to be a sponsor of?
Yes.
Okay. And what was what was your strategy like? Who was advising you? Who was leading it? How involved were you?
So I had one specific manager of it who would seek out projects that he thought looked great, thought that projects that he thought had potential. Some were big, some were small. And he would bring them back to me and I'd be like, yes, no, 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 yes, yes, no, 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 yes. And it felt like at that time, it was just like art, right? Like people would, show art and like, that's what it was to me. People were selling their art, for lack of a better term. So I didn't really know anything deeper than that. It felt like just like I bought a CryptoPunk, and if somebody said, "Hey, you should go buy a CryptoPunk," I felt like that's what it was.
Yeah. So there's two ways of looking at this because in one lens, 90-something% of projects, 90% of startups go to zero.
Yeah.
So, we've got a VC fund. We invest in startups and 90% of those, 95, 99% go to zero. It's like it's normal for projects to go to zero. It's part of the game. But then the other lens is your audience is a retail audience. It's people outside of crypto. They don't know crypto. And they don't know that this art is like a startup and it can go to zero. So when did you know about projects? Obviously you knew there's a price linked to those projects. Did you know about the risk involved from the beginning when you were charging these projects to come in as a sponsor? And what were your fees back then as well?
Not really, man. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I really wasn't thinking about any sort of risk. Um, I just felt like these projects were already at zero. So, they could only go up from there. A lot of them were just starting out and doing a launch. And I didn't feel like there was any project that was big enough really to affect people because they were so small. But in hindsight, looking back, if you're just not informed about a situation, you probably shouldn't just hop into it like I did.
But how much did you charge for the projects?
I mean, when I tell you, it was like pennies. They were not real money. I felt like I was actually supporting.
Would you say 6 or 7 figures per project or for a post?
I mean, it really depended on the project. But I generally smaller.
Oh shit.
Generally
Okay.
like smaller. So these were like beginning projects. These weren't like huge projects at all.
Yeah.
And at that very same time, I was getting $1 million per post, from
Big brands.
Yeah, let me not mention the name. I was getting large amounts for posting the biggest brands in the world,
What were those amounts? Without mentioning the brand name.
1.2 to 1.4 million dollars per post. So you
yeah.
take those large numbers and then like when I'm telling you like, a very, very small amount, like not even in the same, you can't even mention them in the same sentence.
But then there's the volume aspect of it. So I think you get a big brand every every couple of months. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it was like two, 3 per month.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's the big, high 6, low 7-figure brands deals, yeah? 2 to 3 of those a month?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it was yeah, always in the 7.
Oh
I
shit.
mean,
Okay.
there was not another page that you could get more viewership than mine.
Yeah.
And during the pandemic, right, I was literally gaining about 1 million followers every 3 days.
On which platform?
TikTok.
1 million every 3 days.
Yeah, and TikTok was the preeminent app. It was just like this emergent app that was the largest in the world, and every brand wanted to be a part of it, and I was the king.
How many did you get at the end? How many do you have now?
Almost 60. I think I'm at 59 or something like
That's ridiculous numbers.
that. Yeah.
But then just going back to the NFT projects, what volume, how many projects do you remember doing back then?
I think I did like 8 or something like
Oh,
that.
it's not many.
No, not very many. No. I did like 8.
I wanna kind of can I talk about the other side, because it's easy to pinpoint you or anyone that's promoted these projects and say, hey, you've promoted projects.
I'd like to ask you a question if
Yeah,
that's
bro.
cool. So please, like, if you can explain to me, like, what would be the proper way? What would have been the proper way to have promoted NFTs?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. It kind of links to what I was about to say. I was gonna say something that talks about the other side of this. Is it's very easy to pinpoint any influencer in the crypto space and say, hey, they've promoted projects that went to zero when 95% of projects went to zero. I'll give you an example. So when I blew up last year, a video was made talking about all the projects we invested in. We didn't get paid for. We invested as a VC. So that means we still hold the investment, and it went to, not zero, but it went down 95%.
Yeah.
And I got attacked for that. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I invested in these projects. I lost money. That's normal. Every cycle, 95, 98% go to zero and 2% do well. So it's very easy for me to sit on this side and say, hey, you've promoted projects that went to zero. Well, anyone that's promoted any project, statistically, most of them would have gone to zero. That's just the way it is. So it kind of links to your question, is that what's the right way of doing it? I don't know. Like, did you say, so maybe one thing I can point out, I'm not sure if it's applicable, but did you say that these were sponsored posts? Did you say that these were partners that paid you to talk about them?
No, I did not. No, I didn't. There were stories, right? So it's not like I was even like on my page, like on my feed. They never made it to my feed. They were like on my story, like story posts.
Yeah.
So it would be like a post would be like, hey, I just copped da 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 today.
So I'd say two things. Now, I don't know if in these posts you said things that were wrong. Like, I don't think you did, knowing you, but say, hey, this project is great. I was there from the beginning. I know the founders, blah, blah, blah. You never said that. It was more like, hey, I saw one of them before you came in. Like, the art is great. And they're supporting I think it's environment or I think it was about for supporting the environment.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, yeah, I think the one thing is putting a disclaimer. It's a story, it's hard, but you legally have to. Like, I think Kardashian, she got sued for not putting a disclaimer that it was a sponsored post. Now, I think she put a disclaimer. She still got sued because she didn't say how much she got paid. You didn't get, yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
But you gotta say how much you got paid.
Yeah. So that's what she got sued for. But you never got sued.
But how is that? How is it different than doing a commercial?
I think the risk factor is different. And these are considered securities because they're investing. So when you do a commercial for Coca-Cola, you talk about the product, buy a Coke or go to Walgreens or whatever. But when you promote an NFT, it's considered a security. So it's like promoting.
Yes.
But I don't blame you or others for not knowing that. Maybe your advisor should know that. But I don't blame you and others for not knowing that. Now, if you're involved in something you know is scammy, or you were participating in the rug pull, which means like everyone just sells the project and runs away, that's one thing. But if they paid you to promote them, you're in a different ballpark to other crypto influencers or me or anyone else, just considering your reach. So I think you'll be under more scrutiny. Having more due diligence would probably be the only thing, like having people there to check a project. there was a celebrity that I was talking to someone. They reached out to a celebrity as well to launch a coin. I was talking to them again in preparation for this, and the celebrity manager, you'd know the name. I'll tell you afterwards. But it's another famous music artist. He's like, X name is not launching a fucking coin, and just hung up. So I think he just doesn't want to go down that path. If I was in your shoes, I'm a risk taker. So I'd probably go down that path, but I'd be more careful on which projects I promote, and I'd put in a disclaimer, which kind of links to your strategy now versus before, because I think your strategy now has kind of shifted. So once we finish with the last one, but that will be my take on the last projects. But just back to my question: have you been sued or have you been fined or anything for things you've done in the last cycle?
Not at all.
Okay, all right, you've got away with it. But there's one. So I'll talk about a specific one here. Richard Warves. So this is an NFT project. They rug pulled for 3 million. Does that name ring a bell?
Say it one more time.
Richard Warves. I'll show you.
Richard Ward.
As you, Bow Wow, Neo, Fred Durst. No.
If you showed me it, I'd probably recognize it maybe.
No, I don't blame you. Again, I don't remember a lot of the projects, but I wanted to kind of dig into it and know the process. But let's move on generically. So if there's a project I wanted to have you sponsor them, they'll reach out to the person that was managing your account, or the person reaches out to them. And then they do a deal, which you said is in the low six figures, low six figures, I think you said, to charge for a sponsored post. And then it goes for you to check it, and then you post about it, and then you approve it or not approve it.
Yeah, so it goes to me so that I check it and make sure that I like it, and then.
And all these paid you just in stables or cash? No, you never got paid in NFTs or the tokens of the project?
This was
2020, 2021, last cycle.
Yeah, it was cash. It was.
So you didn't have any. So the reason I'm kind of digging into this is I think your approach in this cycle is very different to the last one, and I think it's a bit of an uphill battle, and you're ready to face it, because other celebrities are just doing the same thing again, launching a token, goes to zero, and they move on.
And to be fair, I really believe though that it's the ignorance and they don't understand. Because to me, it would be very masochistic to want to do that to your own career, right? And want to outwardly scam people. I think if someone is continuously doing something like that, they just don't understand what they're doing.
Yeah, Sean Kingston gave you a call before launching his token, didn't he?
He did.
Asking about Sahil.
Yeah.
And then after you gave him the advice, he changed course.
For
Which
sure.
goes to your point, they just don't know.
Exactly. He had no idea, right? And Sahil is playing his game. Sahil is even showing him texts between me and him, between Sahil and I.
Oh, to get Sean Kingston to close.
Yeah, and he's showing the text that may look positive. He's not showing the
propping the rest of it.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into this because that's a crazy story.
Yeah.
Just one thing I want to there's a community note, and I know you talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
So community notes, for anyone that doesn't follow Twitter, it's like a Twitter fact checking where the community fact checks someone. I think the crypto community put out this note on one of your tweets. I think you tweeted a video, I think it was. No, tweeted about the project, the Jason coin. And it said the user is a scammer and has participated in many pump and dumps. Any crypto project he promotes is likely a scam, and users are recommended to advise caution. I think they linked to a Zach XBT thread. So while I'm critical of how projects are promoted, and I think disclaimers are important, I also think that, how does that make you feel?
That's it's so crazy. I mean, that's really, really a harsh thing to put under my tweets. That has zero validity. I even would go as far to say, even what I've done in the past, to call it a scam is just it's way too far, I wouldn't use those words for anything that I've done ever in my life. So I think this is a poor choice of words, a crazy thing to put under my under my tweets. My entire life, man. I've walked the straight and narrow. You know what I'm saying? And I may have done some things in my life, that I may not be proud of. But it's never been about any scam. I may have reacted wrong to disrespect or done things like that in my life, but it's never been tied to stealing from people or taking from people. That's never really been my thing because I come from nothing, So that it really rubs me the wrong way because of uh, the meaning behind a scammer. I'm just not a thief.
Yeah. Well, that links to the latest incident, which I think your approach is very different to previous approaches. And, to an extent where you spoke to me, I think you said you already talked about it publicly. You spoke to Ran yesterday as well, which me and Ran we haven't touched celebrity tokens and we've been pretty critical of them. And I spoke with Ran after the call.
Uh-huh.
And, he was pleasantly surprised as I was. And I think we'll get into why. But first, let's ask a few tough questions about exactly what happened.
Uh-huh.
So, in your own words, what the fuck happened with Sahil?
Get a message on Instagram. 200K for a tweet. Nobody ever pays for my tweet because I don't really have a big TikTok, Twitter page, right? So like right there, I should have kind of knew, what was going on. I really should have. Anyway, so he sends out this message, and my team says, send us information on what you're wanting to post. So he says that it's a gambling app, and here's the information on it. Boom, boom, boom. So I send it to my business manager. He's kind of like, "Yep, this looks good." Have him send the wire. He's saying it's the weekend, but I really need this posted tomorrow because this is the launch. But I'll send you the wire receipt. Will that do? I'm like, yeah, yeah, cool. Like, send the wire receipt. So I sent it over to my business manager. Again, he's like, yeah, this looks good. We're good to go. So I'm hopping on the plane. I tell my guy, hey, post this for me. I'm gonna be on the plane. Get off the plane, and then I see like all of these messages like scammer this, do. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like what happened? So then I, click the link. It's an entire Jason coin that has been created with my likeness everywhere. And I was just like, what the actual fuck just happened to me? And Ray hits me up and he's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? What's going on? Like you're fucking with Sahil? Like that that dude is a scammer. Like, are you crazy? What are you doing? I'm like, yo, I don't know what happened. Like, but how do I fix this? How do I make this okay? Like, what do I do? And he's like, you gotta, foot the bill. You gotta put your own money in and make it go back. So I'm like, cool. Like, what do I do? Like, tell me where to put the money, so to speak, and then put the money in. And I was just like, what are the next steps? Like, how do I make this okay? I don't think, just putting the money in is enough. Like, what do I need to do uh, to kind of legitimize this whole thing? And he's like, either you're gonna be in this thing or you're like not gonna be in this thing. And I was like, at that moment, I made the decision that I was going to take it all the way. But it's not something that I wanted to do. It's not something that I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? It was something that was forced on me. And I made a decision. I could have easily, after I put the money in, been like, okay, wash my hands, let me move on. But I was like, um, let me see if I can take this thing the distance. But it was not until I hopped on the Telegram that I figured out like what was the thing that I figured out the the gold, the gold at the end of the rainbow. Because as soon as I got on Telegram, I started to see a family being built. I started to see a community, and I was like, this is magic. Like this is something that doesn't exist anywhere else. I've been in the music game for a very long time. I've been at the top of social media. I know what that is, but this was something totally different. I was like, this is invaluable. This is something that I can hold on to, that I can continue to cultivate, because this is what I think is valuable.
All right. Take a few steps back. On the message from Sahil, did he message you? Did you see the message, or your manager saw the message?
My manager saw the message.
Okay, and was it from his personal account or his
Personal account.
casino? So it said Sahil whatever?
100%.
The guy wasn't even hiding.
No, he doesn't hide, because he doesn't have to, because he's reaching out to people that don't know the space at all. I've never heard that name before in my life. All they're looking at is this guy has 1 point whatever million followers, so probably a legitimate person, and that's as far as it goes.
Is the manager one of these guys? So I'll give him a bit of a... No, none of these guys are the. You didn't respond to that message. I'll bring you on here and give you some.
But he's the one that did the tweet, though.
Okay, you did the tweet. How did it? How did it feel doing the tweet, man? You must have freaked out. That's it. You're good.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
I wish you had a camera person filming the behind the scenes then.
Facts.
that'll be actually
like,
epic content.
Like, this is a good. I just got paid to make a tweet. My Twitter is dead. I was like happy days. It was just like, oh man, this is amazing. I didn't know my Twitter was worth anything, and I don't think he knows that my Twitter is not worth anything. So this is cool. But I mean, obviously in hindsight, I mean, it's something that could have been catastrophic.
What was your name? Noah. Do you want to come in? Do you want to tell me the story about the tweet? Come now, come on the mic. So what was the how did so who gave you the okay to post a tweet, and then what happened afterwards? Tell us your experience.
So Jason, so we were texting back and forth about the tweet, and we were just making sure everything was legit, and then once we got the wire transfer confirmation, the guy was texting Jason to get the post out at a certain time, and so just like sticking to a schedule. Once the time came around, I just posted the.
And then when did you find out all the shit that happened afterwards?
Right as I posted it, I got on the plane, and then
with Jason, yeah.
Not with Jason.
Different.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't know till probably much later than you did.
Yeah, we never even talked about it afterwards. It was
just kind of like dead, and then you would just like hear like little conversations. But I'm like, what is going on? And then like 2 days later, there's like a coin, and like I'm like, all right, this is new.
This is him. Yeah. This is him. All right, bro. You're famous in crypto now.
For sure. And then he later he gets in the coin. Like he doesn't even tell me, but he like invested in the coin. And I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, my guy believes in me.
You've got the messages from Sahil. Can I see those? Or is private? You sure?
Yeah.
Because the reason I ask is, so I thought the story was believable. And when we chatted, and now you kind of made it more believable, you being here. But then one of my guys that runs one of our shows, he's like, Mario, no one buys that story. So I was with, do you know the Martin Shkreli story? He said he launched a coin with Donald Trump Jr. Donald Trump Jr. with Barron Trump, Donald Trump's son. You saw that story? If you think yours is crazy, that's another level. All right, so we've got here, I won't show it. So would you do a tweet for 200K, my G? So that's from Sahil Aurora. 1.6 million followers. What's up, bro? It depends on what it is. Tell me. I can read it, yeah?
Yeah, please.
Tell me more. It's for a You've never posted these publicly.
Never.
You should have. I think that would be...
That would have been cool, right?
The guy on my show said, Marion, he had never posted it publicly, so people weren't buying the story. So I'm seeing the
I'm so glad that you asked it. See, you asking the right questions. You're a vet.
So there's a phone number there. Make sure that doesn't show. All right. So I'm going through the chat. All right, cool. We turn off vanish mode. I keep reading it. All right. So it says, it's for a gambling platform. Something like this is needed, brother. Let's run it. I'm ready to wire if you're down. Let's hop on a call. What's your number? That's your manager talking, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Just did, and then there's a name. Can I read the name he just did?
Yep.
He just did Travis Barker. And then it says call the number, and then puts
By the way, then
code US.
we
on
looked
my
at
bed on
the Travis Barker post as well, and it was like, oh yeah, Travis Barker posted. Oh, this must be cool. This must.
Oh, he put an actual post by Travis Barker for a casino?
No, like I went to go look at Travis Barker his post, like Travis Barker posted.
What did he post though? I don't know.
I didn't click the link.
Okay. Oh shit! But did Travis Barker? Maybe I'm out of the loop. I'm not too degenish. Did he do a shit coin as well, a meme coin? Was he screwed by Sahil?
I mean, it said the same thing as my
Oh, really?
link, so I was just
Okay.
like, okay, this is like exactly what we're supposed to be posting. I even told Noah, I was like, yo, do exactly what Travis Barker did.
This is Sahil walking to a private jet and dancing. All right, so he's showing off. He's like, hey, I'm legit. Bro, what's up? Put me on stage, bro. I'll help you pump it. It's going down as you speak. And gives you the handle. That was after the shit went down.
Yes.
So he messaged you on June 23rd. You posted it on June 23rd. And then June 24th, bro, WhatsApp. So I'm guessing he wanted a call, like respond to my WhatsApp. Yeah.
I can show you the WhatsApp messages as well.
Shit, yeah. Let's do that. And then I'll let you post and I'll put it as a tweet as well. You can put it publicly. And then it's put me on stage, bro. He wanted to join the stage when you were facing the fire when the shit went down.
Exactly.
Did you bring him on stage? He came on my show afterwards.
No, I think he was talking, like figuratively, like put me on, like let me
promote the token.
Promote the token.
Yeah. Show me.
Yeah, fucking right. I'm gonna put you on. You fucking.
Now we'll see the WhatsApp messages as well. So for anyone doubting the story on whether this went down, well, I just saw the DMs here.
It's crazy, bro. Okay, here it is.
This guy Sahil is insane. So that's Sahil. So I'm scrolling up, yeah? I can scroll freely? All right, cool.
Freely. It's your world. Nothing to hide here.
Oh, shit, you guys go back. All right. Yo, Sahil Himaji, tell me about this project we're promoting. All right, cool. So that's you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you vetted as well after your manager.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So it's a gambling platform where people make bids basis. He talks about it. Pumped Up Fun. Ah, shit. So what he did, so he called Pumped Up Fun instead of calling. So Pumped Up Fun is a platform. You know about it now, yeah?
Now I do.
Yeah. So he made it seem like Pumped Up Fun was a gambling platform.
Yes.
Rather than a token platform.
Yeah.
And he talked, so Travis did do a token because he put it with Iggy, Caitlyn, Rich, Soulja Boy, and 50 Cent. Fuck, he did 50 Cent. I didn't know. With 50 Cent just wiped out. Do you know, sorry, 50 Cent just wiped out his Twitter after the coin was launched, after he was, I'm guessing, screwed by Sahil. Yeah, so 50 Cent put out a token. Obviously, he didn't know about it. And within an hour or so, when he found out, he instead of just deleting the tweet, his manager cleared his entire Twitter. So emptied his entire, he freaked out.
Oh, wow.
As you know, my socials are a lot more healthy than theirs. The 200K is cool, but how can I participate in the main company?
So I'm thinking it's a gambling app.
Yeah, exactly. You're just talking business.
Yeah.
So bro, you did bumper with my rapper and King. You fam, how about offer you 10% if revenue generated from the bidding pools? So he's made it sound like he's launching, you're participating in a gambling platform. Yeah. So then you spoke with him afterwards, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, and what was that call? What did you guys discuss?
I don't remember. Like where are you?
So we're at June 23rd, right after you asked him about the 10%. Right after you asked him getting a bigger piece, like beyond the 200K. He's like, then he said, I'll offer you 10% if revenue is generated from their bidding pools. So now you're generating revenue from people gambling, and then you jumped on a call. Do you remember that call?
No, I don't remember exactly what was said after that.
And then you respond, just tried calling. Oh, you didn't answer. All right, cool. You tried calling, he didn't answer. What countries mainly participate in these bidding pools? So he's making it sound like more of a gambling platform. Every except the US and Pakistan. Okay, my only issue is that, but I'm reading this. If there's something I read that's inappropriate, you can tell me to bleep afterwards.
Yep.
Because I'm reading your private DMs. Not a lot of people do that. So respect for that, man.
No, it's all good.
My only issue is that I've done is that after I've done it, I feel like you've been able to get anyone. So you'd like to participate somehow as my main business. So you're talking business about getting a bigger piece of it.
Uh-huh.
Please send 250K. Cool when you do the deal. All right, he's joking around. So he says, so we're talking a tweet plus follow for 250 and 10% of all revenues from the pool. We could do contract, but in the meantime, let's do a wire. I can send a wire over via Chase. He sends through the wire. Are you good with a tweet around 11 a.m.? Sure, as long as the wire is in. Can you also send the contract? I'll try to get it knocked out today. That's what I mean. It's the weekend. Usually hits Monday, blah, blah, blah. Yep, pass me the wire info. And then you send him the bank details. Same as Travis. But you're in Dubai, no LA. Oh, shit, that was not long before. What are we now? July 4th. Ah, cool. That was not long before you came to the set, the Killer Whale set.
No, it was literally like a couple of days.
Oh, shit. All right. You're just messing around.
Yes, still only been
Got
like 10, 11 days.
Yeah, no, it's all fresh. But that's in crypto. That's a long time.
For sure.
Wire got done, waiting to receive the receipt. So then you call, hey, bro, morning. Post morning, yeah, I'm awake now. Was asleep. I left my phone in a hotel. Take the receipt. I can send the tweets only 9 a.m. Let me take you dancing. All right. And he sends you the contract address, the tweet with the invite code. So he gave you, let me take you dancing at Pumped Up Fun, and gave you the code. The tweet with the invite code. He made it sound like an invite code. Shit. So just for the people listening, what Sahil did is he wrote the tweet for Jason, and he put the contract address of the token saying it's an invite code for the gambling platform.
Yep.
Fucking hell. We can post a picture with it, but it would have to be tomorrow when I get my phone. Okay, that's no problem. I'll be good because wire would have been cleared by then. Okay, no worries. I'm trusting you on it. Best way we got it. Please don't go back on the word. The wire is done with confirmation number on the receipt. All right, so he's like, hey, sticking to the word. Because you never got the money, correct?
Exactly.
She didn't even get the 200K out of it.
Didn't get the 200K either.
All right. So far, everything checks out. Just to be clear. Let's go, bro. You hear? Quick question here. Call, missed call. Can you do comments or tweet 40K more? If you do now, both wires hit the same time together, bro. Just got my phone. Hallelujah.
So this part is after
the token launched.
Yes. So this is
so now the token launched. Did you know about, like, you knew already that shit went down or not yet?
Yes, I think I know at this point because
not yet, and maybe not, because he says let's say 100K more. You're asking to pay. You're asking for 100K.
I may know because at this point I think I'm trying to get him to think that I'm on his side again, because I want to make sure that he's out before I put the money in.
Okay. Can do 60, just a comment, bro. It's fair price. It's not a whole tweet or any super small effort. Okay, khalas, 70. I send? Yes, send. Yalla on it, just comment. All right, so you know he's messing with you.
Yeah, I have to know he's messing with me, because I would, like, if I'm talking about commenting, like, I've seen what's going on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, at this point, I'm trying to make sure that he is completely out of the coin, so that when I put my money in, he's not going to try to rug pull the people again.
All right, cool. All right, so you started playing 007 here.
100%.
This is a cool story, man. You got to post this shit.
For sure.
So yalla on it. Just comment on the tweet you did with this. Lol, not hacked with a rocket. It's the same thing. It's the same playbook he's done with others. Same shit with Caitlyn Jenner and others. They think your Twitter was hacked. Send Ethereum. So you asked him to send Ethereum. So you're trying to get some money out of him since he screwed you?
Exactly.
All right.
Because I know he's not going to actually send the money, right? So, like, I'm like, send Ethereum, because I know you're not going to.
Yeah, he didn't. He's like, oh shit, wire process. There you go. All right, you're right. I'll send it back tomorrow. If you want this tweet, I need Ethereum. And then he sends the GIF for the two Spider-Men. You know, the one there.
Yeah.
Show me your bank account. I'll tell Pump what you did is Sunday. Photoshop. You rug pulled, bro. All right, that's when you found out. So on June 24th, tell us more. So June 24th, you found out he rug pulled.
I found out before then.
All right, so I've got all the messages here. Yeah. So the story that you're saying now pretty much checks out. People mad at me. All right, so what are you saying? Let's see what he says. Think, it's a 300K. Think this once quick. It's all hot. You're hot right now. Do this right. Bank. Won't even have to scam anyone. Just sell a bit by bit in line 2 or 3. They'll love you. People are mad at me. They'll love you. Let me show you what I'm doing with Iggy. So he uses Iggy to show you that, hey, it could do well, even though Iggy did a completely different contract address. She left him. Mm-hmm. Did you speak to Iggy about this?
No.
Okay. She actively pushed it and she's made over 4 million legit. Well, you're not doing that. Well, who's doing this? Shake my head. So he sends you photos. The same thing he showed your messages to someone else, didn't
Sean
you?
Kingston.
Sean Kingston, yeah. So he's showing you Iggy's messages to you.
Yep.
Go see the news. It's me and her all over. So he's using the name, and then Caitlyn Jenner uses that name as well. Iggy don't fuck with you. You knew she doesn't fuck with him.
Of course.
All right. So you started doing your homework there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They, literally Ray told me, he was like, yo, like, he did the rug pull. The money that he said that he's gonna send you is not coming. Like I knew pretty much all of the information as soon as I got on the phone with Ray. He was just like, yo, this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So essentially, is he trying to help you here? Because then what happens is so you tell him, like, you say, I don't trust you, etc. You're telling him to buy back in, which you knew he wouldn't. And then he's telling you to buy back in and people will love you again. He says, you tweet this, buy back in. He gives you a tweet that you're going to buy back in. So buy the tokens again. And people love you again. You make big dollars, everything Gucci in the right way. And then you respond to him saying, then you rug pull again. It's like, hey, you'll sell your tokens again on me. And he says, I can't do this twice. That's why I'm sending you. He wants to send you some of his supply, correct? So I'll read out here. So he sends you how much he owns, which is 53 million tokens on June 24th.
Oh, yes. So this is me. This is my whole ploy to try to get him to give me the majority of the coins that he has so that I know that he's out of this shit, you know? Because I know the first question that people are going to ask is Sahil still in? Because if Sahil's still in, I'm not fucking with it. So I tried to make sure that he was completely out.
All right. So, and then he sends you tokens.
Yeah. He ended up sending it to me.
40 million.
Yep.
And then sent, let's push. It's all hot. Momentum is there. Can easily send to 10 million. Get ready. So essentially, you tricked him to say, send me the tokens and I'll pump it.
And what made it better is that right after he sent them to me, I say, fuck you, you're a scammer. I'm not posting shit. You'll see that.
Oh, shit. All right. I want to see that one.
Because,
go. You want to copy, you'll tweet your words?
Because what I want is, I wanted him to give me some, right? And then I also wanted him to sell the rest that he had. So I didn't want him to believe that I was going to post again.
Yeah.
Now, right?
Okay. So he says you want to copy, you'll tweet your words. So like write a copy that you're going to buy back.
Yep.
And then puts a question mark. You reply, oh, it's going up. So that's all on June 24th. You say, oh, it's going up. And then he says, I'm rallying it. Make a tweet. It'll go over 5 million easy. So that's what went down massively. Do you remember the market cap then? I know it went down to like 50K at one stage.
Yeah, I think it was like around
already at the low, because he already sold his tokens, just to be clear. He dumped his tokens.
Yes.
But then he had others left in another wallet that he sent you some of.
Yes, I guess so. I don't know the specifics, like where he dumped from or any of that, but I know that I was just trying to get the majority of the coins that he had left to make sure that he was completely out when I put the money back in, because I didn't want to put the money in and then he rugged again.
All right, so you try to get more. Then you try to ask him for even more tokens. So he already sent you a bunch. And he says, then you say the following. You didn't tweet anything. He says, make a tweet at 2:56 a.m. Dubai time, 3 a.m. You're in LA, so it's afternoon or morning for you. If you give me 10% of supply, that's you talking to him. If you give me 10% of supply, I'll run it up with a bunch of tweets today and Instagram too. This is real money now we're talking. So now you're playing the game. They're saying, hey, bro, give me even more tokens and I'll post everywhere. You can't make this shit up.
Yeah.
He says, I think he catches your game there. Because he says, bro, you make one tweet now, what you have goes over 200K easy. I'll use more dollars to buy and keep sending you supply. Let's make bank. So he still has supply. Then you say, I need real skin in the game. 4% is peanuts. So he gave you 4% of the supply, I guess, yeah?
I think I'm thinking he's saying that he was gonna give me 4%, and I'm just like, that's not enough, because
you were getting 10%.
Yeah, I was trying to get 6. I was trying to get at least 6 or 7.
All right, so it's distributed. I swear, I'm not holding tons. So then so this is Sahil telling you he doesn't hold a lot of tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it, man. You'll make money. Don't be greedy. This is you. And he says, I'm not being greedy. I swear you can't make this shit up. Push a tweet. Let me keep buying back and send you like the royal mint. And then you say to him, I'm ready to tweet, but I need more than 4%, bro. So you're going back and forth here. And then you settle like, all right, send at least 10%, 3%. And then he sends 1%. You roll your eyes. Get some from your partners. This is too easy.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that he didn't have any other people in there, you know?
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
This is, how were you at the time? Was it stressful? Was it exciting? Was it chill? Because
it was kind of, this part was exciting as fuck. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this, like, I was like, oh, I'm about to get Buddy. You know? I'm about to get Buddy back. Like, this is some real shit. I can't wait till you get to the next part because you'll understand like the triumph in my voice.
All right, we're gonna see. So he says, I got no partners. You make a tweet, says Sahil. You make a tweet, I can collect from some people and send you away. You have 5% now. I'll take you up over 15% easy word. This is big money right here for you. So I'll take you up over 15% easy. And he's saying you have 5%. And then you say, why are you arguing over 2 more percent? Just give me 2 more. All right, cool. I see why you're enjoying this. I just bought another 1% for you. Khalas, please now I'm 24. I'm 24 only. Please now I'm 24. As in 24 years old?
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's a kid.
Yeah, he's a fucking kid, man.
Checking. Okay, got it. Should we do it now? Yeah, it's heated. I'm not tweeting shit. So he said to the supply, and you're done. This is a triumphant voice, yeah? This is it. So Jason says, I'm not tweeting shit. And then he replies, here we go. Congrats. You officially took supply and dumped this chart as record. Good luck with the SEC. And he said, if the middle finger. Bro, you should have posted this. This is epic, man. This got to be tweeted out. I was literally giving you infinite money, Glitchy. You chose change. Yeah, sure. You chose small time. So this is you responding. Then he says, lol, your tweet could have sent it over 1 million and your supply you sold for 10K could be over 300K. You're stupid here. And then you reply, you scan me. You think I care about 300K? And then he replies, moo. I care that you scan people on my face. That's you talking to him. And then he says, what a slimy fuck. Technically with these screenshots you did. And then he's responding, yeah, right. He's like, unbothered, delete the tweet. Why? People hating you. Why do you care? I'm still trying to safeguard you from legal shit. Bro, fuck business. I'm a fan of your art and respect that. And maybe he could be, by the way. You know, even fucking evil people could have a nice part to them. So maybe he loves your music. He actually likes you despite fucking you.
I mean, it's good music, so.
Yeah, he can't not like
you
the
can't
music.
blame the scammer. He got good taste in music.
Now money's
He's a scammer, but good taste.
Yeah. Now, money's secondary shit. Now it's secondary.
Now money's secondary, motherfucker.
What's next then? Should I kill and exit or you running it? I'll wait 30 minutes and see. Second is mine. So he's showing you how big his wallet is. So there's 2 wallets. He sent you a screenshot. One is 18%, one is 5%. Who's the 18%? Do you know?
18?
18. It says here percentage. Yeah, biggest holder was at the time. That was on the 24th. What are we now? 4th of July.
Damn.
18%. That's at the time. Do you look at the holders now, see who's the biggest or no?
I'm definitely the biggest.
Now you are, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know how to check like who the wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, cool. And then he sends you your Solana address. Thanks.
I didn't realize.
Take it higher. I'll sell the top. So then he says, thanks. I'll take it higher. Thanks. Take it higher. I'll sell the top with love hearts. You're the best goat. Made 400K this morning. That must piss you off, no?
Like a motherfucker. Because at this point, I'm pushing.
Reviving it.
I put the money in and now I'm pushing it.
You should have let it die down for days so he sells everything and walks away. Unless he would have, he's smart. He would have waited. He's like, okay, I can sell all this for like another 30K. Or I could see what happens. See, maybe he revives it in a week or so.
But that's why I was trying to curse him out and say that I'm not tweeting shit, so that he thinks
sells
that
everything, yeah. And then he says,
but I don't really believe that he made this money. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I think he's just trying to make me feel crazy. He did though. He made me feel crazy.
Made 400K this morning. Put it on Instagram and tag me. We'll create clout, and he still wants to work with you. Put it on Instagram and tag him, like the kahunas on this guy. I swear, we create clout and it will hit higher numbers. You know the script now. Congratulations, June 25th. So you're not responding there. You started ghosting him. Yeah. You never responded since, I guess. Never. Put me as speaker. I'll clear your name and accept it. It's down 8 million. Shit. Now it's so went all the way down. So what happened then? Let me see this. Let me read out the last few messages, and then I've got a couple of questions there. Because now I think the full story's out and no one can doubt it anymore. I'm seeing the messages for myself. It's down 8 million. Put me in, watch the push now. Bro, unblock on Twitter. You blocked him on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bro, unblock on Twitter and say we good. And I go and dump this 9,000 Solana back today, and it'll dump below 5 million.
So let me. So you understand what's going on there?
He's threatening to dump more tokens if you don't unblock him.
But he sent me a screenshot of my fucking wallet. You fucking idiot.
And you knew it was your wallet. He didn't work.
So I was like, oh,
You're
yeah,
cool.
you fucking... I wanted to curse him out, but I was just like, let me chill.
You're in LA at the time, yeah?
Huh?
LA? You were in LA, yeah?
Yeah.
June 20, Friday. So shit, that was Friday last week. So that's Friday. So I'm guessing it's Friday last week.
This was? Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
we're up to, so June 25th was, he said, I'll put 8 million because you want a space. You've done a few spaces on Twitter.
Yeah.
He says unblock or I'll dump. And you knew it was your wallet, so his trick didn't work. It's like you guys are trying to outsmart each other.
Yeah.
You're missing the element to send it to 100 million. Just for once, take my word for it and watch the results. Meeting all those clowns won't do the trick. Hear me out, yalla. And then Tuesday, bro, he spoke to Sean. He fucked his deal with Sean. He says, you saw that message?
Yeah.
He said, so just for people listening, so he'll try to do the same thing with Sean Kingston. And then Sean reaches out to you. You tell him to avoid Sahil. And then Sahil messages
says,
him.
yeah,
So
bro,
you're the
you
winner,
spoke to
yeah?
Sean?
You won the battle.
For sure.
All right, so tell us the story of what happened. So this shit happened.
Yeah.
Now we know that you got fucked, pretending it's a casino. And then you guys tried to outsmart each other. Have you guys? Did you know about these messages or no? The ones I read now.
Like I heard about them. I didn't know exactly the messages.
Man, your guy is 007. That's crazy shit.
I mean, I heard everything that was going on. Like maybe a couple hours after it happened, I started hearing.
Conversations and shit. Yeah.
Did you feel guilt for tweeting this? I know it's not your fault, but do you feel any guilt or no? You didn't do anything wrong.
You're supposed to say yes.
Threw you under the bus.
Yeah.
I swear, bro.
He's
Even
like,
if
bruh,
even
he's
if
like,
it's
it's
not
your
your- even if it's not your fault, you own up to it. He's under
Well,
the bus.
maybe
easy.
you could have clicked the link and see what the link was.
Yeah, bro. Now he's nice. He didn't give you any. I would have lost my shit. Even if it's not their fault, I would have lost my shit. I'm more brutal. So what happened then? So he'll convince you to launch a token.
Yeah.
You didn't know. No, sorry, he tricked you into launching the token.
Yeah.
You launched a token thinking you're promoting a casino to get paid 200K, which you never received. And then when the token's there, you got a lot of hate. So you made Sahil think you're gonna still promote it. Asked him to send you tokens. He sent you as much as you can get. He sent you a whole bunch of them. And he tried to get more. He's trying to get you to tweet to pump his bag so he can sell more. Because Sahil, what he did is when the token launched, he dumped all his.
Exactly.
So he essentially scammed your fans.
Yep.
And scammed you. But no, to an extent, yeah, of course, you and your fans, because your brand is all on the line.
Yeah.
And then what happens is that you could have you put in your friend Ray told you, hey, you gotta put your own money because you gotta protect your brand. So it was down to like 50K market cap, yeah?
Yeah, something,
Really low. And you put in 20K and made it pump a bit.
Yeah, I put 20K initially.
Yeah. And then you put, so this is where there's a bit of another controversial story. Which there's nothing wrong with it because I think you did the right thing afterwards. But after you put in the 20K, when it went up, did you sell that 20K? Because I think you got a lot of slack for that when people put your wallet saying, and my team had a space where 98, 98 who worked with Sahil,
Yes.
So 98, it was on stage. I think Sahil came up on our space. I didn't listen to it, so I don't know what happened on there. But I was talking to the team and it seems that the wallet that bought 20K, the team's like, hey, that wallet sold the tokens. And then they're like, yeah, that's Jason's wallet. Did you sell the 20K tokens before even again buying more?
No, listen, I have not taken one single penny for myself. Like not even one single fucking cent.
You've not made any money from this.
When I tell you not 1 cent, I haven't taken 1 cent. And actually, I'm in my pocket easily $175,000-$200,000 in my pocket that is in the coin. So not only did I not make anything, I have invested my own money to make this thing reach the next level. So if this is why I didn't appreciate his post, because
Who's supposed to Hills?
no
Bubble Maps. Yeah, our friend Bubble.
I just felt like he should have continued to trace it. If you're gonna trace it, like trace the whole thing, and he would have seen that the money went back into the coin. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I messaged him. I was just like at least if you, before you post something like, aha, I got Jason, like do the entire digging. You know what I'm saying? And you would have seen those coins went right back into Jason. You know what I'm saying?
Which coins? So you're talking about because because you bought 20K. So what did Bubble Map say? That the initial wallets that bought, so there was a bunch of wallets that bought at the beginning and they sold, and he's saying they linked to you, but they're not linked to you?
Yeah, he's saying that because when I said the words that I'm not pulling, I'm not taking money out.
Yeah.
And there was money taken out, but the money was just moved. It was moved into a different account, but it went right back into Jason.
Okay, so was it because when the wallets when you sell a token, you can see on chain you sold it to USD. So what you're saying, you sold those tokens and the money you made, you put it back into the coin?
Yeah, the same exact amount.
Okay, so okay, so yes, all right. So the now I got it. So essentially, you bought 20K worth of tokens, and if I get it wrong, correct me.
Yep.
You bought 20K worth of tokens. It went up. You sold them. And then I'll finish and then you correct me.
Yep.
You sold them. You made some money off that. And then all that money you made, you put it again back into the coin.
No, so it did not go up. So like this was like all in the matter of 30 minutes. So
okay.
It was not like, oh, I made some money. Like let me
So within 30 minutes you bought bought the 20K.
Yes.
Then you sold them within the 30 minutes?
Yes, 100%. So
okay, do you mind if I ask why do you sell them?
I honestly don't remember. If I can call Ray and figure out exactly what we did. I don't even remember what it was. But what I do know is that I haven't made 1 cent. If you want, we can.
No, like I don't think this one needs explanation.
Yeah, this one is very simple.
Because if you're within 30 minutes, there's no fucking money in it.
Exactly.
If you bought and sold within 30 minutes, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and but it's also traceable, right? It's like, so if I took out 20K, whatever the number was, if I took out 30K and then I put it in the other wallet that you know that I own as well, then you should have seen that 30K was taken here, but then it's right here. You know what I'm saying?
So I'll as I said to when we met yesterday, I'll talk to Bubble Maps. He's a good friend and we're invested with him and we do shows together.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, very nice guy. And obviously he'll watch this. Now he knows about the messages, and we'll get him to do like a follow-up one.
Yeah.
Because I think what's it kind of links to the whole your whole approach to crypto right now with this and the spaces you've done. It's like very different to what you did in the last cycle. The last cycle, you're like, hey, I'll get some sponsored posts. They pay a bit of money. I'll make some money. I'll promote this art. And that was it.
And in that time, man, to be honest, like that was my whole game. Like I was promoting shit all over the place, right? Like that's how I was making the majority of my money, because I was doing so many posts for these big brands, you know? So it was just like the world that I was in. So the NFT projects just kind of fit into that world, you know? So I didn't even think twice about it. Just going back to that, I just wanted to add that.
Yeah, and another thing I do, and by the way, I just don't want to seem like I'm just supporting you, because I'm critical again of posts that don't have disclaimers.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit more critical of people deep in crypto, because you weren't deep in crypto back in the NFT days.
No.
And people deep in crypto that don't do the right thing, knowing that these NFT projects can go to zero. I'm not sure how much you knew. Was Ray giving you any advice back then when you were promoting these projects?
No, we weren't in contact at that point.
Okay. So going to this one, because we've kind of, and then I want to talk about the main part you really want to get out there is what's next? What's your plan? I think this is the exciting one.
Yep.
But to kind of conclude the drama, the Sahil versus Jason Derulo'S drama.
Yeah.
So I'd say based on the messages, you are triumphant. You can go to sleep knowing that I think you won the battle.
Thank you,
based
brother.
on those messages. Congratulations.
I feel good about that.
Yeah, we gotta put those messages out for sure.
Yeah, man, and hopefully, like it can kill the whole Sahil thing, because the fact that he was still able to he's contacting people, so other people are calling me, by the way, and are like, hey, like, is this legit? So he's not changing his name.
He's just not going to use your name anymore because you're ruining his business now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure now he's not going to use me anymore. But like but I would have thought that after what happened with me, he wouldn't have been able to get anybody else. But it's crazy that he's still utilizing his same name and he's still getting people.
Bro, I got a list. I wrote it down somewhere. He's launched Caitlyn Jenner, which I've got a pretty crazy story with her. We were meant to do a space with her and someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then she launched a token, so we didn't do that space. We didn't end up doing it. We thought it was she was hacked. We didn't know it was actually her. So she was the first one he did. And then he repeated it with Iggy, but Iggy is like fucked him off. I think she just did a whole new contract address. So she screwed him. And so you and Iggy, both of you kind of won that battle against him. He did Soldier Boy, Rich the Kid, Amber Rose, Sean Kingston. No, Sean he didn't do. No, he did. Sean did launch his token.
But a different one, I think, right?
Oh, he did different. Yeah, he didn't do it with Sahil. So yeah, he's just kind of repeating that same cycle. I think it's coming to an end now. This one's gone way too public. So you can also get the credit for, let's see, if assuming he doesn't do any big names after you, and he kind of killed the whole Sahil
That would be incredible.
machine.
And I think this is the show that would have done it though.
Yeah.
Because I think you asked the right question by saying, "Can I see the messages?" You know, I don't even know why I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, man, like he's posting, because I thought of it when I didn't know people doubted the story still, because it just seemed right when we sat there. We talked privately yesterday.
Yeah.
So like when you're private, you usually share more things.
Yeah.
And seeing like how we can help. And I think, and my team member says, yeah, I don't think anyone, but he generally says, I don't buy the story. I don't think anyone buys that story. The whole casino one. No joke. I was surprised. I'm like, fuck. So the best way to resolve it is just ask for the messages on the spot, which we did, and we'll post.
That's a bold question you asked. That's fucking, you put me on the spot there. That's amazing.
No, I did it with, so there's another token. You think this one's crazy. There's a guy called Martin Shkreli. He launched a token called Donald J. Trump, DJT, and it went up to like 300 million. And his whole story was that he did it with Barron Trump, Trump's son. But Barron Trump chickened out and left the whole project. As soon as it launched, he freaked out and left it. So he was like 18. He is 18 now. And then no one believed the story. It's a whole debate. So we had a long space. It was a pretty big space because it had political ramifications. Imagine Donald Trump running for president. His son, the prodigy, the kind of the next big name in the Trump family is going to mature. Everyone's watching him. Imagine his first foray into business as a shit coin, a meme coin, that with Martin Shkreli, who's considered who's a convicted felon, rightly or wrongly. Now Martin's a very smart guy, and he is like on the space. He's like, Mario, you know what? I'll give you access to my Instagram to see my discussions with Barron Trump live on the space. To kind of prove that he was in discussion with Barron Trump. I didn't do it. I didn't want to go into his Instagram. But yeah, so kind of that I linked the idea to what happened on that space a couple of weeks ago. But going to this to kind of wrap it up, you bought the 20K, sold it, bought again. Now you've just bought money. You've made no money from this, from Jason coin whatsoever. And that goes into what's next. So you're playing. It's surprising you didn't speak to Iggy, because Iggy's playing the game right as well. I wasn't following the Iggy token, so when I asked people, her coin name is Mother, and it's sitting at, what's her market cap? She's, I think, the biggest. So Tate is sitting at 121 million. Iggy's at 41. Steve Will Do It is at 24, and Caitlyn Jenner is a million. So she's close to Tate. Now Tate's a whole different story of his strategy and his daddy token. But Iggy's Mother token, what she did when I asked the team, she was the first. So being first always gets traction, and then she really became like a degen crypto person. Like she started posting, I don't know who she works with, but she's going into spaces, she's posting degen stuff, and she became part of the community. So people rallied around her. And I see your strategy to be similar, because you're touring now with the Twins, and the tour is ongoing, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. By the way, sick fucking dance by the Twins.
Yeah.
I swear, man,
So
it's
good,
popped
man.
up on my YouTube. But just going back to the discussion. So you're taking the time to go into these spaces, to talk to me and Rand in the last 24 hours. I went on the show, the Killer Whales show. You got nothing out of this, no payment whatsoever. I have no Jason tokens, by the way, just disclaimer, and neither does Rand. And gone on these different spaces. You did one yesterday as well, or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So what's your strategy? How do you plan to build Jason? Because it's a pretty big endeavor, man. I don't know if you know what you're getting yourself into. It could suck up your energy.
It really does. So the strategy first is to build community. Again, I think that is the bread and butter behind this whole thing, you know.
But then to dig it deeper, like how, because building community is what in crypto is like it's true. It applies. It's the most important thing, but it's overused as well, because everyone says community when they don't know what to do. But then again, behind celebrity tokens, it's like such a new, I'm going to call it asset class. That
I totally agree with you. Where somebody could use that as a, sometimes cliche is cliche for a reason, right? Because it's the right thing. And I do believe in this particular space, just like any celebrity thing, you have to build a base, right? You have to build a fan base. And I think it's very similar here. I think, in the Telegram, being on Twitter, being a part of crypto Twitter,
CT, you know the
CT,
acronym now. Fucking
yeah,
hell.
CT. Being a part of that, man, and like really diving deep within the crypto community, I think that's first. What I think is next is onboarding people, but I don't think you can do that without a solid base.
Man, you're speaking the language. You're speaking the crypto language,
Come
man.
on, it's
Fucking
your
hell,
boy.
you're going deep.
For sure. I mean, it's been a very crazy week. I haven't slept very much in the last 10 days.
Are you touring this week as well, or you paused for a bit?
No. I launched a building yesterday.
I saw, yeah,
that
I
I
was there.
designed, and my world hasn't stopped. I'm still working, but like adding this to my already chaotic world has been a whirlwind. But if I'm gonna do something, man, I'm gonna do it. I'm not really one to lose. So I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm a by any means necessary kind of guy. So I just figure out what my plan is, and my general plan is to really delve into the space, community wise, but also from a rubbing the right elbows, meeting the right people, the smart people like yourself, Ran. I think that's going to be important too, and learning from the people that are around me.
I'll tell you something fascinating, more bullish, because you're a businessman, so you got to think of it from a financial sense as well. We've got a couple of questions on that, but something to think of is so tokens now we invest in fucking 20, 30 projects a week. It's like, and VCs invest in tokens all the time. So launching tokens to raise money and launch a project is respected, it's part of crypto. But it started as a whole pump and dump scheme back in 2016, 2017, where you launch a token, just make money and you rug it, and became a really respected asset class. NFTs, they started as a rug pull, as a pump and dump, and now they're a respected asset class. Meme coins, same thing. Now it's getting more, credibility, but it started as a pump and dump, and now you've got meme coins worth billions. And I think celebrity tokens have that same potential, because we talked about it yesterday. It's like we talked about BitClout, which was like the OG social token. And the concept makes sense, where you have a token, like a financial value. I don't know if you spoke to lawyers. Have you spoken to lawyers about this yet?
No, I haven't.
That's next.
For sure.
You're basically
sure.
yes. That's
For sure.
today. You call your lawyers, man.
Literally, that was the conversation that you and I had. It didn't make it past that, but I think it's a brilliant idea if it works, with the law.
From a legal perspective, because that's the tricky part. But social tokens become a really interesting asset class if done right. Sahil fucked it up from a brand perspective, because he just rug pulled so many people.
Yeah.
And now brand tokens have a bad image. What you're doing, and this is where the businessman can come on, is that you're setting the stage on how it could put you and Iggy and Tate to an extent. You're kind of setting the stage on how it could be done right.
Yeah.
So one interesting thing, you could talk to Ray about it, is, kind of talk to anyone else. They're already calling you, all these people that Sahil reaching out to you, and you'll probably have more calling you, and trying to come up with a way of allowing these social tokens to become a representation of someone's brand. That means if you launch an album and hits #1 again, your token goes up.
For sure.
If you launch an album and it flops, your token represents that and goes down. So it starts to be a representation of your career. So that's a bullish aspect that what fascinated me in yesterday's discussion, because you got that, you understood that, and even went a step further. We're discussing different ideas, and we talked about utility. Having that token represent your because you own the rights to all your music.
Yep.
And having that linked to that, and like kind of some sort of utility for the token, where you tokenize the royalties, and we talked about how adding it to the water. See if you want water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw you looking for water. You're adding utility to the token, and I told you, like, I think it's too early. You got to focus on community and just represent your brand, like you just doing what you and Iggy are doing. And you're like, yeah, someone else told me that, so you understood that. It's too early to maybe build utility now, and it's more building the community. So I think you're on the right track, and I'd love to know, like, how deep have you gone beyond our conversation yesterday, and the discussion we're having now?
So I've talked to big investors,
Okay.
who love the idea of the music aspect.
Okay.
So next week is when I start to figure out the legal aspect. But every investor that I spoke to about this idea thinks it's groundbreaking and thinks that it would literally break the internet. Because I think everybody will want to own a piece of history, especially when you're talking about a song, right? So say Savage Love, right? Like if you could own a piece of Savage Love, of the master, I mean, that's, to me, you can make money off of it, but it's even deeper than just money, right? It's a collectible. It's one of the biggest songs of all time. So it's a collectible of some sort.
I'm a big fan, and we've invested in a few platforms that do this already. You know, a couple.
Yep.
But the thing is, wouldn't you want to launch a new token for that instead of using your existing community token? Have you spoken to investors or not yet?
I have, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What did they say?
They just love the idea. So I don't even know that they understand.
Do they know about Jason Coin?
Yes.
Okay.
They know about Jason Coin, and maybe it is better to just do a fresh idea with a new
I think so.
coin.
I think so, because Jason Coin represents you. If you're doing the crypto, you're playing the crypto game the right way now.
Yep.
And you're going deep into it. So I think that Jason Coin should just represent your brand. People that want to be part of your community, you can have different levels of access. You can add more superficial utilities. About having that token or a new token, have the royalties to your music. But that's an idea I'm even interested in as an investor. So I love the concept.
Mm-hmm.
But be curious to kind of look into whether, because the token's already all out there.
Yeah,
100% of the supply out there. Investors want to invest privately early on before the token launch. Do the private
Definitely.
round. We do this game. You've invested in a few private rounds before. But yeah, so you got the community, the crypto Twitter community, going to spaces, the royalties ID. Anything else that have come to mind? Or are you just exploring different things you could do now?
Well, the obvious idea, the elephant in the room, is my social reach. What happens when I start going on Good Morning America? What happens when I start going on Jimmy Fallon?
Shit.
What happens when I do those things? I mean, these are just one call away kind of situations, right? And when I start doing those kinds of things, I think the game changes dramatically, because that's one thing that nobody else has like me that's in this space. Nobody else has that kind of access.
So now you've essentially found a way to monetize interviews. Like imagine going on Jimmy Fallon and without promoting anything, your token improves, it goes up in value. But then where do you make money? Because you have to sell your token.
I don't think it's the time yet, right? It's too small. It's too small. So
what's your goal?
my first goal is $1 billion.
That's the first goal.
My first goal is $1 billion. And then, after $1 billion, then we'll go to 10. And then, the ultimate goal is to reach 100 billion.
Shit. That's a hell of a goal.
Yeah.
So last couple of questions, man. First one is, are you sure you know what you're in for? That's I haven't launched a token because I'm scared to be in your shoes. Where I feel
I haven't launched a token either.
Yeah, true, exactly. You got one thrown at you. Yeah, true. But you could have just put in that 20K and walk, as you said, walk away and say, hey, that's it. Do you regret not doing that?
A part of me was like, why did you do that? Why did you decide to do this? For sure, because it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of pressure. But again, I'll go back to what's happening on the Telegram, man. It's beautiful, and it's simple shit. I'll be like last night, I was like, I'm about to go on stage, but all I can think about is the family. How you guys doing?
On the Telegram?
Yeah, and they were just so moved by it. They were like, imagine a celebrity is backstage talking to us and asking us how we feel before he goes on stage. And to me, that connection is different than any connection that I've ever had, because I would have never really thought of those words to say on Twitter. I would have never thought of those words.
It's different when it's a private community.
So different.
Yeah.
And I think that is what will onboard people to my coin. And I think that's why a lot of people will follow in my footsteps after they find out about this.
So the toughest question now is, can you confidently say, and sorry for asking such a direct question, man, but can you confidently say you're in for good? Not for good as in forever, but you're 100% in behind Jason.
I can confidently say that there is no turning back. I would never turn back from this. I have gotten like one little taste and I'm obsessed. There's a difference between being interested in something but when you're obsessed about something, when you're obsessive about it, that's when you know you have something special. That's when you know you have gold. I've invested in a lot of different companies that I really like, that I love. I would even go as far to say as I love. But there's very few things in my life that I'm obsessed with. And I am obsessed with crypto. And I'm even more obsessed with the community that I've started to build with Jason.
Man, I relate to it to wrap it up with this.
Yeah.
Because obviously we invest a lot as well.
Yeah.
And it's different so you never wake up in the morning and check investments you've made, how they're doing. Never. Because you're just like, hey, I know they could go to zero. I know they could do really well. If it does really well, my team would tell me and that's it.
Yep.
And we made more money. But I got a small taste of what you're going through. That's why I empathize with you, because it's tough. Is I launched a coin on BitClout.
Yep.
On that platform to test it out. And I went through the whole drama. Like it blew up, became a top 10 coin, and then bigger than the presidents and shit. And then like the rest of the platform died down now. But I'd wake up and just be looking at the coin. I remember one morning, it's on video, someone filmed it. My team wakes me up, boom, 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 banging my door, like, what the fuck? So we were in the top 10. And then it just went down to like top 15 because our biggest holder just sold. He wanted to cash out. He's right. And I was just shaking. I'm like, the stress was unbearable. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. You're going all in on this. Where the chart is like, yeah, you see it every day.
Yes.
You look at the chart every morning, yes or no?
Every 20 minutes.
Fucking hell, man. That's exhausting.
At least.
Guys, you gotta get him there. You gotta stop him. That's not healthy. He's
the stage yesterday and he's like, Kel, he hands me his phone, he's like, Kel, read me the telegram.
No shit.
Going out on stage,
Before going on stage.
while he's walking through the tunnel, he's like, yo, read me the telegram. So I'm walking behind him reading.
Oh, bro, you gotta, as people that are by his side, you gotta give him therapy. Like, this is not healthy at all. Like, his family's gonna go nuts when they see
Jay, maybe you should focus on the show a little bit.
He's like, you got thousands of people waiting outside. But look, Jason, man, wrap it up. We didn't prepare for this. We're like last minute.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let's do a show. I'm like, I think it's worth it. After our discussion.
And man, how incredible did you do? Just literally knowing about this yesterday, you did an unbelievable job, man. I do a lot of interviews, but this shit was incredible.
Yeah,
So
man,
you should be really proud
I
of
get very inquisitive. Like, I feel I forget the cameras. I just ask the questions I want to ask. Like, I want to see the message. I want to know, is there really a message? Is it true?
Yeah.
Why are you playing me? And then just digging into the story. But I, as a person that doesn't own any Jason tokens, at least not yet, I'm very excited in what you're doing. And I think someone said that in the space yesterday. I heard that space you did with Gaga and I forgot his name. He's a great guy. And Jake, yeah. And Jake said the same thing. He's against celebrity tokens, but he saw yours be good, and Ran hinted at something similar, but I let him speak for himself. But what you're doing is not going to be easy. You got to stop looking at the fucking chart every 20 minutes. That's healthy. But I think it's something the space needs. Like, people should not forget you've been part of projects that didn't do well. Every other VC backed projects or talked about projects that didn't do well. But I think you're doing the right thing now. And, it's a very interesting experiment. And if it's done right, it could bring in a new asset class. Like, I've been talking publicly about social tokens for so long. I'm waiting for someone to do it right. And, that is probably the most interesting experiment yet, man. So really exciting to see where this goes. And, man, you've got my support, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, man. This is incredible.
Appreciate you doing this. Whew, fucking what a story, man. What the fuck? What the hell, Jason?
Crazy, bro.
Good work, fellas. That's about drop that CEO right there.
Oh, shit, you know it?
Yeah.
You're in crypto, are you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Since right around.
Hold on, then why didn't you get him out of the token? Why didn't you spot it? Why your boys not doing anything?
He just started.
I was like a week too late, man.
Oh, shit, you just started?
I was like 3 days too late. Yeah, we just started. I just started working.
Helping with Jason Coin, yeah?
helping with Jason Coin and then the community aspect as well.
Cool. Yeah, well, again, I'm happy to behind the scenes help you guys in any way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. No, excited.
But the chart thing, honestly, man, it's gonna eat you alive.
I know.
It's gonna eat you
I gotta
alive.
limit myself.
You gotta. You'll get there. I think you'll get used to it later.
I hope so.
It's at a time. It's distributed enough, or it's at a stage now where it's chill. Like it's not gonna be like this anymore. Like the early days, the craziness.
Agreed.
When do you think this will go out?
Put it out tonight.
Really?
It's time sensitive, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be good. I think that you could kind of shut the door on all the hate now. So
Yeah.
You're the one that caused all the shit, man.
Are we? Can we do some cut downs?
Yeah, like clips and stuff.
Yeah, for TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Like as in now cut downs, or I mean cut down parts of cut downs.
Cut downs.
Yeah. That team will do edits and stuff. And send it to you. Send me the number of your whoever manages your TikTok and shit. Yeah. Serious?
Yeah.
Alright. So if I send any links, if I'm a nice guy, open the links I send. You're still here. But yeah,
It's not a DM. It's a link.
I'll send you the stuff. Yeah. And then we can do some clips and stuff and kind of end this fucking past, so we can move on and build this. But man, I'm surprised you're doing this. Good seeing you, bro. Alright guys, I appreciate it.
Thanks again for
my
brother.
Oh yeah.
Just get me mine up and the producers and all that.
Good.
Thank you. It's like
One of the guys wants to picture.
Can you
take a picture?
Yeah. I'll take the picture because like.
Is that your son?
Yes.
There you go. See your son knows who Jason is. I told you.
Sorry. I'm just too old. 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Atusa.
Listen, sending you all the love. Wish you were here. See you next time.
Nice.
You got it, bro.
Sid, go. Sorry, Jace.
Good.
Alright, I'll follow you on
Alright, 3,
IG for now.
2, 1.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheers, buddy.
Thank you.
I came to your Expo concert.
Oh yeah, for real?
Yeah, it was
sick.
amazing.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
The Twins clip is like I don't watch much music anymore, but that I know the Twins really well.
Yeah.
Whoever was it your idea to get him on?
Yeah.
Fucking
I've
sick idea.
known him for so many
Which
years.
was it? This one?
No, I messaged on Instagram, my bad.
Oh shit! All right, let me use Instagram.
You look at one side.
Oh, good.
This is so crazy seeing in person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sir.
I'll send you my WhatsApp and
You're a legend.
I'll connect you to the team. When you're raising capital, connect me to the guy that's doing. If you end up doing another token for the music thing.
Yeah, I think you're correct because it would be great to get in on something early myself.
You gotta make some money, man, because this
Yes.
is I'm not that fucking thing in there.
That's the real thing, for real. Like you're so right. You're so right.
Got you, go, my man. Cheers, Mario.